Here he is,
Here
everyone. E-Low live.
What's up?
In person. Usually we have him on the phone, and it's a lot easier
to hang up on me.
To hang up on him, trash him.
That's right. Opie's. Yeah, I want to tell you, Eric. I have no control over the phones.
You don't have any control over the phones
as far as who we hang up on, any calls we take.
Yep.
It's open.
Oh, it's going to get interesting now. Ted Nugent has entered the building, everybody.
Does this mean I'm off? Here, so are you going to hang up on me now because Ted Nugent's here?
No, we'll get to him in like...
You sure? You want to do it?
Ted, we'll get to you in like 2 minutes, all right?
I love it. Ted just walks...
I'm just doing security.
He's one of our favorite guests of all time. We've been talking to Ted Nugent for years. I personally don't agree with everything he says, but he's just entertaining.
Eric calls him Nugelo.
Nugelo.
Or T-Lo.
T-Lo. Tedlo.
Tedlo.
So a lot of the listeners want to know what we announced here at CES.
Right.
And I know the two portable things you were showing us yesterday are amazing, but I would do a horrible job trying to explain them.
The XM to Go, just to show you how great that thing is. I mean, they sold 100,000 already of XM to Go. 2 new manufacturers, one called Tao. It's a great piece. It's very hot looking. If you go to XM Radio's website, xmradio.com, on the front page is a picture of all the 3. So it's hot looking. It's black. And then we got a new deal with Pioneer that rolls out to their XM to Go product, which is very sleek, looks very state of the art and very cool. So there's 3 different styles by 3 different manufacturers to kind of fit your personality or whatever it is.
Yeah, it seems like the Pioneer would be more for someone that's kind of conservative, a little older.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a cell phone almost, like a cell
like
phone.
A Trio or something. It's very simple.
And the Tao's kind of black, very rounded, and it's got backlit kind of red numbers, so that's hot looking. And then the MiFi, the Delphi makes is a great looking device as well. So, but the functionalities of the devices are all the same.
And you can listen live to stuff on those.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can actually you can turn it on right here, and I was walking through the MGM Grand, with it, and you could totally hear it everywhere you go. So,
dude, I got it on the plane. I had my MiFi.
Did you
in the plane on the way here? Yeah. I was listening live.
I tell people that all the time. If you're on the side of the plane that's facing to the south, and you kind of just turn it on and set it by the window, you can actually hear it because the birds are stationary at the equator. So.
Yeah, that's what I was listening to.
It's hot.
All the way here. Pretty cool.
Great.
That's great. Listen to that lousy classical music that the airplane plays.
That's horrible.
I got to say that I don't want to say any other satellite company's name, but the competition is fierce now because they also have a portable unit, but you can't listen live. You can download onto it and listen at your leisure. So I want to congratulate Sirius on reinventing the tape recorder. I understand, and I don't want to blow up anybody's spot, but next year they have a new device coming out where you pick it up, and if somebody on the other end has the same device, you can dial buttons and talk to them.
Looking forward to that.
That's going to be a huge innovation.
Oh, they really are creeps.
Yeah. What were the other announcements?
The other big announcement was we're handing out little things that basically say...
check this out.
This is the Connect and Play chip. Basically, this is a chip that's about the size of your pinky fingernail.
Yeah.
That radio manufacturers will start installing in just every sort of device, whether or not they're little antennas of cell phones or they're devices and radios or whatever they may be. And this little chip actually is the brains of XM satellite radio, and that is the entire brains of it.
It's like one of Ben's phones.
I thought you were going to say something else about Ben.
But it's the size of a tooth.
It is. It is tiny. So what happens with this? Instead of somebody having to go out and buy, a $80 to $90 radio, their standard radio they buy for $30, $40, $50, whatever it may be. All they'll need, it'll say XM ready is what it will say. Then they'll buy a antenna that'll retail for about $49, which is just like the antenna you have for your MiFi or the antenna that you have for your Sky-Fi or Sky-Fi 2. You just plug that into the box, and all of a sudden you've got an XM radio. So what it really does is take versus going out and buying a specific radio for XM. It opens the door for about 15 new manufacturers. They're going to start putting this in this year. So it really opens the door for more people to have a satellite radio for us. So.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, it's great. A lot of other things. Our talent announcements. Did you guys talk about those?
No, not at all.
We announced that we've done a deal with Dr. Laura. Crazy Dr. Laura. We love her. She's going to be on starting in February. We did a deal with Tony Kornheiser, which the highest rated show on ESPN with PTI, and then our old friends from our previous life, G. Gordon Liddy, the G-Man. So
Liddy,
yeah. So
Liddy,
he's out of his mind.
He is literally insane.
I said when we did the deal, I said when he comes to the DC offices, you can rest assured the firearm quotient in the building has gone up at least by 2.
Yeah.
So we got that out of the way, and now we got to take you to task. Do you understand that Anthony and I are trying to be responsible broadcasters?
I get the sense
We
that
all
you're trying.
we all were hanging out, and we went back to the hotel. And he's like, "Hey, dude, you down for drinking heavy amounts of whiskey and gambling?" I know. And he's calling me like 9:30, which honestly is not that late.
I got up at 3:30 in the morning Eastern time. By the time I went
my
to,
God.
Yeah, by the time I went to bed, it was like 8:30 time here. And then 10:30, like 11:30 then.
Right.
So I'd been up for quite some time. I got at least 4 phone calls from 4 different XM people going,
Dude, man, you want to come out? We're going to party, drink, and gamble, and I'll see you at the table, man. Come on.
We already have this awful reputation, and we're trying to be responsible. And it doesn't help when the big dog here is like,
Trying
he wants us to
trying to drag you out, drink whiskey, and play blackjack all night?
You're supposed to be the one that settles everybody down. It's like hanging out with Iggy Pop in 1978.
Well, it's part of my strategy. If I figure if I get you guys out and get you completely hammered that night, get you broke, you just kind of show up mellow. I mean,
But do you
it's a
understand
reverse
when we-
control.
yeah, that might work.
That's a reverse control, right?
You do understand, though, if we came here and sucked, you'd have to be the guy to yell at us
That's
when
right.
you were the one that
Took it, right.
made us suck.
That's all right. That's the sort of, I refer to that in management as convenient amnesia.
Ooh.
You like that?
That's good, a nice
yeah,
management
I
term.
wasn't there. Convenient amnesia. All right.
I plan on going out though
Tonight? Is tonight the night you're gonna
tomorrow.
roll?
Now because I was saying earlier I felt bad that I came in here so tired because it's Vegas. You
Right.
don't want to go back to your room and go to sleep when you're in Vegas.
No.
You want to get out there, have some fun, get
Right.
at the tables. And last night just couldn't do it. But tonight,
Yeah, and quite honestly,
We're
now
going.
that we know this is just a 2-hour cakewalk that we can just kind
Oh,
of call in
please.
the show,
Call it in.
It's a whole.
So
whole
tonight's
different ballgame.
tonight's a whole different thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
you might actually get the show, my part of it anyway, tomorrow from my cell phone sitting at a table. Because it's so easy. If you could take just going, hit or stick every so often
Right.
between us
And
rapping.
he was telling me at breakfast. I think it was at breakfast this morning that D was playing War.
D was playing War?
Was it you or it might have been Kevin Straley?
Yeah.
I think it was Strelo.
Straley.
Yeah.
Strelo.
You could
The sales guy.
You could gamble on the game War.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
War is a casino game.
Yeah.
Who figured that one out?
Yeah. Well, it's obviously paying for itself. So somebody's
They
stupid
all
enough.
do.
Somebody's stupid enough to play it. Yeah, it's unbelievable. But no, I mean, those were really the big announcements. There was a lot of other announcements. Hugh, our CEO, announced our new sub number. I don't know if you guys announced that at 3.275 million.
That's huge.
Which is just massive. I think the line of the press conference was, I think he said, and I'll kind of mess up the verbatim, but it was something that this time at CES last year we reported that we had a million persons lead over our competitor. This year we're happy to report we have over a 2 million persons lead, truly making us the real big dog. And so it was got a great laugh, and it was a really cool moment in the press conference yesterday. So
Can I say how irritating it is to walk around and when you're walking into CES and you see that giant blown up dog? I thought they were non-union workers. I'm like, what is that?
where they blow the big rat.
Yeah, it just stinks. Ugh.
Yeah, it's great. No, it's really exciting. I mean, this is the time where you come out and you show off your gadgets, you show off what you have, you show off all the new stuff. And I mean, Opie and I were kind of walking around trying to find the cell phone area.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you want to get into. That's where
That technology changes like every week.
Yeah, so
I hate that. I buy a new phone and
Right.
you go around and someone else has a cooler phone than you.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Now you got to upgrade.
You got to upgrade.
Gotta,
So.
like,
They're
Yeah,
upgrading
the
their
thimble
displays
phone.
as we talk here. Oh
Yeah.
my God, we put this up yesterday. This is old
It's
stuff
it's
now.
outdated, right? Right.
But
it's
and then
cool.
the other thing, really fast before we move on, the pictures of your kid. What are you doing? What are you doing?
You gonna bring that up?
Which
Which
we're in
one?
the van on the way to the CES here, and he became a father, and that's great and all. And he's
7 weeks today, by the
and
way.
he's showing us all the pictures of his baby, and the baby's beautiful and all that. But there's a picture of how old was she in this picture?
That picture, she was 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old in a bikini.
It's a leopard bikini.
a leopard bikini. A leopard bikini.
Well,
How do you?
the story behind the bikini. My wife and I were in Vegas, and we were pulled one of these all-night benders kind of thing, and we saw this. And we said, "Hey, in the event we ever have a child, we bought this bikini. It came in a little bag about the size of a Cracker Jack box. It was just really cute. So we bought it, and we had a little girl, and we decided that we were going to make the birth announcements a mock cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. So we put her in this leopard thing. And so the other thing you realize is when you take a 2-week-old diaper off, when the wind blows, it turns into like the home sprinkler system. So it's the outtakes are pretty funny. But I'll make sure I get you guys, and you can put up on the site if you want the birth announcement. So yeah,
But we're looking at these pictures, and we don't know if we should say, "Wow, what do you say?"
Yeah,
cute.
Like,
Nice body.
that's cute, or call the authorities.
I don't know which way to go from that one.
We actually on the blog that I put up a blog of our first bath, and then I put up a blog of the first bath, and it was obviously nude. So I actually was really worried about kiddie porn.
Yeah.
So I blacked out some of the important areas. 'Cause I
Which
didn't know
makes it look even worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that
this guy
does.
really is a pedophile, you know?
It's like, is this
my
your
daughter?
kid or somebody you snatched from a hospital in Phuket?
yeah, but happy birthday, Jackson Jane. She's 7 weeks today. So.
Oh,
very nice.
That's adorable.
Jackson Jane, that's a cute name.
Jackson
You
Jane.
can call her J-Lo.
J-Lo.
All right, Art, thank you.
All right, guys, I'll let you get to Nugent. All right, see you around.
Oh, yeah.
The
Blackjack.
big boss,
Hey,
Elo.
Blackjack tonight.
Absolutely,
All
man.
right, this is what a live hang-up sounds like. Right.
There it goes. He just hung
Bye,
up on
Art.
you, Opie.
All right, there he goes.
Eric.
I'm trying to go to the phones, but I've already lost the stylus.
You need a stylist?